Good afternoon and welcome to Copper Jewelry Making with Nicole. Today we'll be making spiral crown earrings. This part spiral and the crown will be on the bead. The tools we will be using today are wire straighteners, bell pliers, chain nose pliers, wire cutters, round nose pliers, and a copper sponge that you can usually get from Dollar Tree or Family Dollar. A hammer and a hammer and stone. Okay, let's get started. The wire we'll be using for today will be 10 inches of 14 gauge wire, 8 inches of 18 gauge wire, 4 inches of 16 gauge wire. Okay, let's get started with the frame of the earring. For the frame, we're going to get our round nose pliers. Grab a piece of your 10-inch 14 gauge wire. With the widest part of your round nose pliers, we're going to grab the tip of our wire, make one turn, then make one more. Now we're going to grab the tip of the wire down at the other end, grab it with the widest part of your round nose pliers, and we're going to start to spiral it up. Once you get about 3 turns in there, you want to switch to your wire straighteners. It's a little bit easier to hold it as you're making your spirals. And remember, copper is a good healing metal. It's a very pure metal. That's why they line the coating of the water pipes with copper. Gets away from away harmful impurities. It also pulls impurities out of your body and your skin. That's why sometimes when you're wearing copper jewelry, it kind of turns dark. It's pulling those impurities out of your skin. Okay, now we have a spiral frame like this. The next thing we want to do is flatten our copper. We're going to flatten our copper with the smooth part of your hammer. If you have a textured hammer, don't use the textured side, use the smooth side. You always want to lay half of the copper on the hammer and stone and half off. If you put the whole piece on there, you'll probably end up smashing your fingers like I've done in the past. So now we're going to flatten our copper. And remember to always flatten the back side of your frame. Say if you want your earring this way, you're going to flatten it on the back side. So we're going to flip it over on the opposite side and start flattening it. One more thing I forgot to tell you is always put something up under your hammer and stone, because it muffles the sound of the hammering when you start to hammer. Now we're going to flip it over on the other side And hammer the other side. And when you flip it over, you have a nice, smooth, flattened frame. Hammer it just a little bit more to get the copper a little wider. Okay, that's pretty good. Now, to get that effect where it looks like the copper is pushed out, you want to switch to your round nose pliers. Put that in the inside of your frame and push out like so. And it's up to you how far out you want it to go. I think that's about as far out as I'm gonna go. Okay, now for the bead at the bottom, this is called a crown wrap. See how it looks like a crown at the top and the bottom? To do that, we're gonna get our 8-inch piece of 18 gauge wire. And we're going to mark it in the middle. And I don't have my marker with me, so we're just going to try to gauge it in the middle. Put a little bend there. Now we're going to slide our bead on. I like using turquoise, but it's really up to you what color bead you want to use. Now we're going to make a loop at the top of the bead using our round nose pliers. Keep the pliers in there and begin to form your crown. Take that out. Cut off whatever little piece you have left. And there you have the bottom of your crown. Now let's do the top. Keep the tip of your round nose in there and begin to turn. Cut off what you have left. And there we have our crown wrap for the bead. Now for our jump rings. I think we went over how to make jump rings in my first copper video, but for those that forgot, we'll go over it one more time. We're going to use our bell pliers. We're going to use the smallest turn on our bell pliers and begin to turn. And this is using the 16 gauge wire for these. Now to get an even jump ring, you want to line it up right where that last cut is. And there you have a jump ring. Last cut, jump ring. Open up our jump rings. Remember, always pull them front to back. Never pull them this way, because they can lose the shape. Run that through the crown wrap bead. Run that through the bottom of your earring. And close it up. Now we're going to put one more jump ring up at the top. And close it up. Now to put our earring hook, we're going to switch back to our round nose pliers. We're going to open up the bottom of our earring hook with our round nose pliers. We're going to attach that to our jump ring. We're going to take our chain nose pliers and close this back up. And there you have your spiral crown earrings. I just did one, but keep in mind when you do your other earring, you want it going the opposite way. See how this one's going that way? You want that one going that way. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.